everyone, Camille and James here, 88 Fitness Training. Welcome back. Today we're diving into 5 unconventional chest exercises guaranteed to take your chest to the next level. So these exercises ensure that your chest is hit from all different angles, guaranteeing great chest development. So stay tuned. All right, y'all, let's get started. So when it comes to training chest, there's only 2 basic movements.
Presses and flies.
So because of that, a lot of people just after a while fall stagnant in their routine and they're not sure how to add in different variety to train the chest from different angles and positions because there's only 2 movements. So in today's video, we're gonna show you some super unique exercises that you can do for your chest that's going to guarantee a well-rounded program.
Sure, and there's even more than this. If you think outside the box, you use your imagination, you can come up with even more than what we're going to show you. But we're going to show you 5 that I guarantee you haven't seen before.
All right. First up, we're going to show you the double dumbbell pullover, y'all. So yes, pullovers are absolutely for chest. I know that's always the great debate. Is it back? Is it chest? It's definitely applicable to chest, and we're gonna show you a variation that makes it even more applicable to chest.
And think about this lift, y'all. If you're arguing if it's chest or if it's back, it's definitely a compound move because you're working a whole lot of muscles right now.
All right, so you're gonna grab 2 dumbbells, moderate weight, right? You wanna make sure you can still do the pullover, and then you're gonna lay flat on your back on the bench. You're gonna mash those dumbbells together over your chest, and then you're gonna extend backwards. Just like that, getting that nice deep stretch, and then come back up, keeping tension the entire time with those dumbbells being together, squeezing the chest. You have to contract the chest.
Yeah, so squeezing them together forces you to contract the chest, and that's what makes this a chest exercise instead of a back exercise. When you're holding a single dumbbell, you don't have to squeeze anything together, so your chest isn't necessarily engaged. When you go to 2 dumbbells, now squeeze them together before you even start. You can see my chest right there engaged. Keep it engaged the entire time by squeezing them together, and then bring it back up, max contract, squeeze right there as well, making it a chest exercise.
So in terms of like what muscles are being activated and worked, you know, I would say definitely the inner pec, because you're mashing those dumbbells together. That'd be one area that's definitely working.
This really works your entire pecs, man. When you're stretched out, you can really feel the lower chest at the beginning part of the lift. When you're lifting from the bottom, you're really using your lower chest. And then you get to the mid, and then when you get to the top and squeeze, the max contract is really up at the top. So you're hitting your entire chest, not to mention your lats and your anterior serratus with this move.
So a couple extra bonus muscles as well, which are hard to train, especially the anterior serratus muscles themselves. So definitely a unique variation over the common single dumbbell pullover. So if you've been doing single dumbbell pullovers for chest, definitely try to do the double dumbbell pullover and let us know what you think.
Definitely do the double dumbbell for chest.
That is like a tongue twister.
And let's back up. If you don't know what anterior serratus is, it's the shark gills right here.
Yeah.
Look like fingers sticking out.
Yeah, that's little fingers.
Anterior serratus. So if you want those shark gills, pull over.
Yeah, it's literally like the muscle fiber attached over the rib cage. So it's an interesting muscle, definitely very aesthetic, you know, if you're looking for that beach time physique or stage physique. So yeah, this is a great one. Definitely work it in, give it a try. All right, exercise number 2 is gonna be a around the world fly, y'all. So this is a great exercise for sure. All right, so to do the around the world fly, we're gonna grab 2 dumbbells. James can go ahead and do that for me. You're gonna lay flat on the bench, and we're gonna use this arcing motion, almost like we're drawing a circle. So go ahead and start, over your chest. Right? And then you're gonna come down like you're gonna do a fly, but you're gonna arc like you're drawing a circle, just like this. Now the beauty of this exercise is you're working your entire chest because you have such an increased range of motion, and there's really 2 contraction points down here, and then when he's up overhead on the chest, just like that. and you're still getting a great amount of stretch on that chest. So as he opens up into this fly kind of portion, he's got stretch, but he's forcing those muscles to contract down here at the bottom as well. So he's got muscle stretched while under load, which is a recipe for hypertrophy, as you know.
Yeah, it's a good exercise, great range of motion. Just realize you're gonna have to lighten your weights up.
Definitely.
It's a hard one. It's more about squeezing, contracting, not necessarily about weight.
Right.
But you're definitely gonna have to go lighter than your normal flies and whatnot.
Absolutely, and I think there's a lot of other muscles and things work too, like your stabilizer muscles are working, your core is definitely working to help stabilize and balance that weight as you go around the world. So a lot of ancillary benefits as well.
Max contractions.
Yeah, I mean, that alone is like, 2-for-1 special there.
Hey.
And just another comment on these, I've seen people kind of reach up over their head. Show them that real quick for me, James. And so the thing is if you are gonna reach a little further back, you're gonna get a lot more shoulder kind of work in there. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, so see how as he comes back to the top, he's not really over his chest, he's overhead. So if you really want more chest contraction in there, make sure as you go around the world, you come up over your chest. That way you're incorporating that fly motion into the movement. All right, just like that. Well, there you have it, around the world flies. I think this is a really great variation, works the entire chest, but places a lot of emphasis on the inner and outer portions of the pecs.
Yeah, the big one on this is time under tension. If you do it right, your chest is engaged throughout that whole range of motion, and that's a lot of time and a lot of burn that's gonna be on your pec muscles there.
All right, let's move on to the next exercise. Next up, we have the hex press. It gets its name from the hexagonal shape of the dumbbells here, but it also goes by a lot of other names. I think football press. That's another common name for them, but nevertheless, it's 2 dumbbells. You're gonna lay flat on your back, you're gonna press them together. So James, go ahead and show us how it's done. The key to this one is the constant tension that you're creating by forcefully pushing these dumbbells in together. So as you come up, you should be really engaging your chest muscles, squeezing them as hard as you can, just like this. All right, another great part of this one, I always feel, is that it takes the shoulders out of chest press. Like you're really isolating those pec muscles and really getting that deep contraction on them versus having the shoulders help out to get the weights up.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a great one, actually. You can really feel it on your inner chest. When you're coming up, your elbows come together so close, you can squeeze and get a little better contraction and focus on that inner chest a little bit more there.
Yeah, I think the key to this one, though, is just like that mind-muscle connection. It's constantly thinking about engaging the chest muscles and making sure that they're contracted during the entire range of motion. But yeah.
100%. If you don't engage your chest, it's going to be a tricep exercise.
This is true.
So engage your chest, max contract. Like I said at the top, you can really get that hard contraction because you're so close together at the top. So focus on that and then keep the chest engaged as you bring them down.
Absolutely.
And then squeeze as hard as you can at the top.
All right, go ahead and show us one more time, James.
Like so. Engage your chest before you even start. Bam. Now bring it down. Chest engaged, up, and squeeze. Just like that.
Yeah, so this exercise is really great too. If you have any type of shoulder pain and you can't do traditional chest press, the hex press is really great because you're not using a whole lot of shoulders. In fact, when I have athletes or clients with a shoulder tweak, I usually ask them to do that one.
Very good point. This does take your shoulder out, so if you have a shoulder tweak, a sore shoulder, do the hex press for your chest day.
All right, y'all, so there you have it. That's the hex press. If coach puts hex press into your program, you'll know what to do now, but it's a great variation of the chest press, takes the shoulders out of it, provides that constant tension, and really great activation on those inner pecs. Next, we have a U press. Now, this is a really unique variation of the chest press where you're forming a U shape as you press the dumbbells.
Yep.
So go ahead and show us what you do, James. So it's just like a traditional press, it's just your palms are facing inward, right? So normally your hands are facing the other way, like this in the chest press. For the U press, palms facing each other, come down with a bent elbow, and then squeeze the chest coming back up to center, just like this. So you're still getting that really deep stretch across the chest like you do in a normal chest press. But the beauty of this one, at least I think, is you can get a lot closer with these dumbbells to get a deeper contraction on the pec muscles.
Absolutely. Think about it. You get those big dumbbells and you're turning them this way, you're not going to get them close together, especially if you're getting 100-pound dumbbells. You're going to be out here even with it, you know? So you turn them, you're going to be a heck of a lot closer and get a better contraction there at the top. No question. This is also an upper chest move. A lot of guys have a weak upper chest area. If you're one of those guys, I would highly recommend the U press. Get that upper chest filled in, caught up to the rest of your chest. Anything on incline or a U press. All right.
Well, there you have it, the U press. So this is an interesting variation for sure of the press. In fact, when we were doing a little research, we really couldn't find any videos very easily about the U press. That's how unique this variation is. But it's definitely a great variation to try. I also feel like you can do a lot more weight, a lot more stable than you can perhaps the traditional way, just because those elbows are bent in, so the weight's a little closer to your body.
Agreed, and it's a little friendlier on your shoulder than the traditional ones as well. So again, if you have a tweaked shoulder, go ahead and turn those hands, and boom.
There you go.
Just like so.
All right, y'all, you've seen it here first, the U press. And last but certainly not least, we have a unique one for you. It is a cable crossover variation, but we're going from mid to high. So that's what's a little different. Normally people are high to mid, but in this case we're reversing it just like this. So you're crossing over, but you're also coming upwards. And so anytime you're going from a lower position to higher position, you're gonna be getting a lot of upper pec. And this is a great one. Because those elbows are bent like this, you can move a lot of weight, y'all. And you're getting that nice deep contraction in the center there as you come up.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all watched, but Camille did a video on this about 6-8 months ago.
Yeah.
And it's the first time I ever did them. Guess what? I've been doing them ever since. That's how good they are. You can really feel it in that upper chest. You can really feel it in this square right here. So look at your physique. If you need to fill in this square right here in your upper chest, this is the exercise you do. I mean, it nails it right there.
Absolutely.
Every single rep. You're not going to beat it if you need to fill in that square right there.
Absolutely. And check out that video. It was 3 unique variations for the cable crossover as well as some advanced tips. And so you can certainly do these from different ranges. Like I said, you could have pulleys high to mid, and you could have pulleys low to mid and do this, or just pulleys at mid. So depending on whether you're trying to develop upper, mid, or lower pec, you can set the pulley heights. Yes. But this particular variation, I've never seen done in the gym. It's a really unique one, but it's really effective, like James said.
Think about it, y'all. I've been working out consistently for 26 years. If I haven't done an exercise, it's a very unique one.
Absolutely. All right, y'all. So get those mid to high cable crossovers going. It's a really awesome exercise, especially for progressive overload. Like, there's only so much weight you're going to be able to do traditional cable flies with, and then you're going to, you're gonna get stuck basically because you can't counter that weight. So by bending that elbow just slightly and doing the cable crossover, you're able to push a whole lot more weight.
Right, it makes it a press, not a fly.
Right.
So you can move a whole heck of a lot more weight.
That's right. All right, y'all, mid to high cable crossovers. Let's cap this video, y'all. All right, so today we showed you 5 very unique chest exercises. You definitely aren't limited by just pressing and flying. So work these different exercises in, get that variety that you need to train that chest from different angles.
100%. Now these are 5 unique lifts, y'all. You probably have not done that, so keep this in mind. Whenever you do an exercise you haven't done before, you're gonna be extremely sore.
Absolutely.
So give these exercises a couple of weeks before you say, no way, this makes me too sore, I don't wanna do it. Just remember that, keep that in mind, hashtag give it a couple weeks before you say no way on these.
All right, so we start with the double
dumbbell pullover, baby.
Really unique variation on the pullover where you have 2 dumbbells instead of just a single one. A lot of contraction on that pec muscle, really the whole chest while you're doing that.
Really, I mean, it's a full range of motion. Lower chest, mid chest, inner chest, outer chest. You're hitting it every single one of them. Anterior serratus, you're squeezing, max contract, the time under tension. This is a really good exercise for your chest. It's going to bring the entire pecs up. I would highly recommend you do it. At least try it.
Absolutely.
It will fry your chest out.
Number 2 was around the world, y'all. So we took those dumbbells and we had that nice swooping arcing motion. And the beauty of that one is you have 2 contraction points. 2. 2's always better than 1, right?
Yeah, so just remember, you're going to have to go a little bit lighter than you would on your traditional flies. It's more of a range of motion, and it's more of an arcing motion. So again, you're going to have to get used to it for a second.
Absolutely.
Before you get to really in the groove onto that one.
All right, next up we had the hex press. This is when you have 2 dumbbells pressed together. You're contracting the entire time. And the beauty of this one is it really isolates the chest pretty well and takes the shoulders out of the equation.
Yep, just make sure you're squeezing that chest, max contract, and keep it engaged as you lower. You're going to want to let your chest relax while you lower. Don't let it relax. Keep it engaged while you lower, and then max contract at the top.
That's right. If you don't keep it engaged, it's a tricep exercise.
Yep, keep that in mind.
All right, then we moved on to the U press. Again, you've seen it here first, but the U press is a really great variation of the traditional chest press. Allows you to get those dumbbells a lot closer than you normally would in the traditional position.
True, and your chest muscles look like fans, so they come out like this. So when you move with a grip like this, you're actually going with the muscle fibers the same way as opposed to against them when you're pressing like this. And the beauty of the U press is the good stretch at the bottom.
Absolutely.
The good squeeze at the top.
Get
your U press on.
We had, last but not least, the mid to high cable crossovers.
That's right. Think about this for 1 second, yo. I tried them for the first time 8 months ago, and they've been in my program ever since. That's how good they are. That's how good they feel. So just remember, if you're weak right here, which a lot of guys are, you got to fill this in. This is the exercise that's going to do it. The cable crossover on an incline, mid to high, just like that.
Well, there you have it. There's all 5 exercises. If you love all of these tips and techniques, definitely join me and James live every Sunday at 12 Eastern. It's your opportunity to ask us any questions that you may have related to fitness, nutrition, whatever it may be. So hope to see you this upcoming Sunday. And for more videos like this one, definitely check out our chest playlist. And as always, hit that like and subscribe. All right, y'all, we'll see you next time. James and Camille, 88 Fitness Training.